guys, this is actually just a test, and it is a test because I have not done a live stream like on location in this area, so that's why it's a test. And I'm actually outside right now. Hope you guys are doing well, and I hope I can bring you guys something in real time in the near future. We'll see what happens. Yeah. But of course, we're not short on things that are going on, whether they are, you know, internationally or here at home. So of course, I have some lines for you guys, and I don't know, some interesting social testimonies, I guess I can say, um, that I'm hearing about. And of course, you guys can hear people in the background here. So if you're around, you can hear people talking in the background. But yeah, there's some social rumblings going on, and dare I say, I didn't realize that we were so ripe for. Um, it's not. It wouldn't be a cultural appropriation. It's more like the identities, and I guess it's more along the lines of immigration, and um, I don't know. I guess it's also it kind of goes along with what's going on with the whole, with the talking points on the voter ID and the yeah the whole thing is just, I don't know. It's just looking more scammy. So I guess I have some scammy updates, some scammy anecdotals that you might be interested in hearing, but of course, I wouldn't be doing anything like that on location, but I am outside, and I'm trying to, get outside before the actual, I guess, the rain comes in or whatever. But I hope you guys are doing well on your Thursday. And today actually feels like Friday to me, and I don't know why, but we got to have a Friday somewhere. So hope you guys are doing well. And hello to Jermaine G. Hope you're doing well out there. Um, yeah, so we'll see. I mean, I will tell you, I guess I'll go ahead and give up one of these. I'm hearing that in the Northeast, that, I don't know, I'm hearing that Europeans are even being dropped off. Now, I'm going to try to find more on this, but I'm hearing testimonials that people that are either in the Baltimore area are saying that they have European immigrants are saying that they're classifying themselves as black, which to me is, I guess you can just, whatever you want to identify as to fulfill this whole agenda, it doesn't matter anymore. But the thing is, I can't identify as anything other than a person of color, because they're calling people that are actually, they've got the brown and the black, and I just think it's just, we're becoming the super host of the world. But it's not like we don't have any examples or any lessons that have been learned, or to see in history. I mean, look at what Angela Merkel in Europe. Um, just ask them how that worked out for them. But I just think it's more than fraud for people to come here. But if they're admitting it, I'm wondering if they're being told, if people are being told to come here and mark themselves as some level of, minority. I can't attest to that, but I can, when I hear other people say things like that, or when I hear, testimonials, um, it's also, it's like the ultimate, to me, dare I say, it's the ultimate disrespect, or like, it's like, are we really in that big of an identity crisis? I mean, and then just saying, for us Americans that identify as black or African American, are we really, can anybody just, you know, classify themselves? I mean, is it just, it's bizarre. It's beyond, it just destroys me. The way the political climate, as well as the race relations in this country is just, it's staggering. I have no idea. This is worse than any time I think in history. Um, I mean, if you can have somebody at the time, you had a presidential nominee, tell black people that if they did not vote for him, that they were not black. But then you're using your own criteria, or you would rather have people infiltrate this country and consider themselves as black. If that's true, I'm not saying that it is 100%, but this is something that I heard. And, and to me, this is the cultural clash. This is where, you know, this is where I think, the conflict comes in, is because you cannot have this much infiltration, you can't have this much fraud and this much forgery on the basis of people's ethnicity. And clearly, I can't tell. I mean, everybody, I didn't do the DNA test or any of that to say, oh, well, I'm this quarter this, or I'm an eighth this. But the fact that you got people coming here at this time, I mean, we are in a serious state of destabilization. And it's not just, I think the black community has been destabilized for years. But now they're using the same tactics. Anybody that wants to, to come here, you can come here under the auspices of this agenda. Um, and I haven't talked about anything, I haven't said anything about the Afghanistan situation. I have not. I'm kind of holding off on that. I know that's an emotional situation. But yeah, there's a lot of things going on. And it seems that people of color, or dare I say people of color, these are their terms, I don't care for their language, but they're using their own agenda to basically import what I believe either a voter base or a majority. It's very disturbing, and it's yeah, I don't have a word for this. I'm not the best wordsmith, but I'm certainly saying that this is not quite it just seems like that they've actually bastardized anything that had any real representation or characteristics. So there you go. I have the fire truck going there, but I appreciate you guys for tuning in for this moment, or for this 7 minutes and 51 seconds. So it sounds like I'm rambling, but I'm just happy to be rambling outside, and I have some liberty to ramble outside, and I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So hope you guys are having a great Thursday, and I know maybe I'll see you guys later with some of these liners, and I don't know, dear, if I can get some testimonials. And I don't do a lot of I don't handle a lot of race relations on this channel, but it's criminal to me. It's criminal, and I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to fare. I mean, for anybody. I mean, it's like they're undoing. They needed to build up the black narrative in order to, and just long enough to bring in who they wanted to bring in, so they could tear it down. So that's kind of what I'm on about. You build it up, but you use the same thing that you're building it up to tear it down for your own purposes. Hi, Tyrant Spain. How are you? It's nice to see you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm just kind of, as Derek C. Williams, if Derek C. Williams is anywhere within the sound of this, I'm outside. And yeah, don't have any narcs around me. I don't have any of that business going on right now. So let's see. Let me see who's been in the chat. I think Jermaine G was there, and Tyrant Spain TDOA is there. How are you doing, Tyrant Spain TDOA? So I'll make sure I catch up with everybody's lives, because I have been a little bit out of the loop. I'm still getting adjusted around here, but Yeah, I'm actually in the southeast. I'm in Georgia, is where I am, and yeah, yeah, it is. I'm 3 hours ahead, and sometimes that starts to get into the gets into the rhythm a little bit. Good morning to you, Joseph Francis Burton. Thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah, I was just saying, I was kind of getting on a little bit of a rant or ramble on dare I say race relations, or what the hell was going on here. Is this, can I identify as a Mickey Mouse, or a carrot, or but like I said, I just unfortunately, I think there's so many agendas right now that you can just do whatever you want. But there again, I don't know. It's like all oaths are toast. Well, I definitely. Let me say it like this. I mean, I it's I do there's I do I there's a lot of positives. Okay, and I've lived in quite a few places, and I do have some roots, and so it's not, it's I like things about it. I mean, I do, and it's not easy for me to get back into it. So I can go either way. I can go either way. And sometimes I have to listen just a little bit closer to when I hear somebody speaking, Southern slang or whatnot. I'm fine, and I'm fine with that. I grew up around that. I grew up around many things, and I never, I don't have a problem with my Southern roots. I don't. I do find that people seem to. The thing about it is that people always said, even as I was growing up, oh, people get along in the South. They get along, and they do. I mean, but the thing that I find, that people used to talk about. I mean, let me just say it like this: I've seen people with, what do you want to call it? They used to refer to it as the rebel flag or a Confederate flag. I mean, I went to school with people that had flags on the fronts of their trucks. But I tell you one thing about it: if my car were to break down, I think the person with that rebel flag would help me faster than anybody else. So you can't, dare I say, you can't judge a book by the stereotypes, or, dare I say, the talking points. You can't. Um, yeah. So I'm not new to, dare I say, like Southern culture, or I'm not. I'm not new to, not. So yeah, I said all that to say, it's just fine with me. Yeah, and I do know that people like, and this is not my original, like where I grew up or anything, or where I spent most of my time growing up, but I know people, they're very 2A, they're very pro 2A, they're very pro Bible, and a lot of people don't like that. They don't like that. They didn't like it before, and they really don't like it now. So we'll see. But I'm just fine. I'm happy as I, you know, I'm content. Um, but I think they will get resistance. With whatever's going on, I'm sure they will be met with resistance here. I mean, and I, as I say, I do have family members that are all that, there's certain things they're not willing to give up. So there you go. That was a little bit around the. Dare I say that was a little bit around the pine tree, or. But yeah, no problems here, no complaints from me. So I hope you guys are doing well. I will say that the price of gas went down. Price of gas probably went down. Quite a bit, state to state. It was, it dropped as I went. So it's just, there's a lot of cultural things, and yeah. But yeah, like I said, I was getting on to this whole thing about these agendas, and it's Zero the Infinite. How are you? Thank you so much to come in. thank you so much for coming in. He says, make sure you hit the like button. You know what? I think I am probably on their list, but they're not really bothering me. Um, will I say that they won't bother me? No, that's not what I'm saying either. But I'm not worried about it. So, but yes, I will be back on with some liners later. But it's just very sad. And I mean, I'm also hearing out of Baltimore that many of these, dare I say, I mean, what standing are they going to say? Like, okay, they're dropping immigrants off, or refugees. Is it illegal? So they're dropping them off in the black neighborhoods. That's another thing that I'm hearing. So it's like, are we redistricting? Are we, is this all we're going to do? It's so frustrating. It is so sad and just a very destabilizing time. I mean, everything, but there's no consequences for anybody, whether it's on a global stage or here. Yeah. So, yeah, I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in. And, yeah, I'm outside. I am, yeah. So, yeah, I find, small town, I'm very familiar with that, so I don't have a problem with it. And I've lived in different places, so in these times, I think it's more than appropriate. I mean, I'm not, I don't know. I guess you just have to know me personally to to know about some of that, specifics. Yeah, but I will check back with you guys later, and of course I'll bring you some liners. I don't know, maybe even bring you some testimonials, because I've run into some people here, small business owners, and I like to patronize small businesses. And this is even before this time, that was something that I like to do, and I just appreciate the personal touch, or the extra mile that they seem to go. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday, and I'll probably see you later. Today is much lighter, and or either I'm going to keep it light. I'm going to keep it in this direction, but I will see you guys later, and hope you guys are doing well. And if you guys are going live, if you're going live today, just put it in the stream right now. Just drop it in the stream. You can drop your link in the stream. I don't care. It's like I'm thinking I'm not going to, even though it's not a grow stream, but we'll do whatever we want on this channel. All right, guys, I will see you later.